Hello, everybody. Welcome back yet again to the CS Summit 6B Stream European coverage. We've got a winners match for you guys here in Ninjas in Pyjamas versus Heroic. We're going to jump into the server right now. And Hugo Byron back on the mic. We replaced James Bardolph. Thank you, James, yet again in spirit. Still probably around here somewhere. But we've got a match on our hands, Hugo. You're back in action. We've got Heroic to the T side of Mirage. An exciting little game here between some Swedes and some Danes. And that always means good Counter-Strike, hopefully.
Yeah, top tier. I mean, you really downgraded Connor to go from Bardolph to me. I'm sorry, man, but you have to go through that, and you have to, go from such highs to such lows. But man, you can't win them all. And now I'm here anyway. Heroic, they're in the B side. They're going fast up the catwalk. That con smoke provides a lot of cover, and Borup, he's going to get in, but not for long. T's already flooding the site, but the CTs have got rotations in, and Rez, as usual, hitting pistol shots like it's nobody's business. He'll get Popsy getting traded. Rez still here. Cadian's selling an A fake already, just cutting off these rotations, but they've lost the bomb.
Yeah, kill from Cadian's a nice one. Opens up some options for him. He could have tried to come through the murder hole, and you see that effect there with Hampus checking back market. But in reality, he is starting to come up the catwalk, and he's going to get a long-range bench duel. You've got to favor Rez. Rez, I want to say, one of the best pistol players in the world. I'm going to put it out there. He's not one of the typical picks. You know, he's a newcomer to that legendary list, but it's worth noting. 2 kills in this one already. Looking for that long-range headshot, and he taps his way to the 3K to start this CT side for the Ninjas.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. I think this is a really sick game, right? Like, these two teams haven't actually taken each other on in some time. I think it was last year that they last played. Heroic took a 2-0 win there, but obviously, different rosters on both sides here. So, actually, maybe not. Yeah, for both sides, sorry, because that was when Snappy was in the roster here for Heroic. And, of course, NIP, they've gone through changes themselves. It was even Lecro top frag in that series. But this is a new look NIP, and, I think you can agree with me when I say this, Connor. Every game we watch of NIP, I feel like they've gotten better and better, like very clearly as well. So yeah, that's good news. Obviously coming in as favorites for this series, but Heroic are not a team to be trifled with. They are very, very good indeed. And well, not in this round. It was full Glocks, and they got mowed down in the B apartments. But they're coming in with guns for the third. And yeah, definitely keep your eyes out on someone like Stown, a young prospect here, a very good Danish player. All Danish players are very good, even the ones in your pugs, sadly. But yeah, there they are, backing with guns.
You say that like it stings. 5 AKs for Heroic, looking to float like butterflies and sting like bees. Maybe hornets, maybe wasps. Depends on how annoying they would like to be here, how aggressive they would like to be. Klopsky at B. Drops that deep Molotov, and that's going to enable Twist to take an early angle. Now, there's a little bit of movement inside of the apartments, but Cadian for the moment's down on underpass. How is that being held? Well, with Rez floating from window to jungle, trying to keep a second set of eyes on A, he's a little preoccupied, so the mid-split could come through. That's definitely the possibility. Rez, he's going to get dropped by that Palace player. Knock, he was the solution to Cadian in mid, so forget all of that. It's been dealt with swiftly. Nip 2 players back on ticket, bomb crossing over in the hands of Tesses, could get challenged from Cat, but Twist, he actually drops bottom mid here. He's actually burning a little bit of time trying to find that gun. Can't find anything. It's delaying him, and Nico capitalizes on that. He was so distracted with looking for the AK that he's lost his head, and they've lost the man advantage. HP still good for Heroic. Tess says, nice frag. He's standing inside of the bomb site, and Heroic are slowly picking these up one after another. So a bit of an awkward position here for Ninjas. Not the smoothest of moves in their first retake attempt, but that's the bomb blowing up for Heroic, and they're on the board early.
Yeah, you have to recall what NIP brought into that round in terms of SMGs, right? Because there's 2 reasons. One, limiting weapons in terms of, MP9s versus rifles in retake scenarios, but also the amount of NIP players that got caught trying to upgrade their gun and swap out weapons and making noise. So that doesn't help. Bonus rounds, obviously, well, you don't always win them. What's funny there as well is Borup. He was wrapping T-spawn. They got the open plant, and he went, a ramp T-spawn to mid. Wasn't even required. Didn't even need to do anything in that post plant. His entire team shut it down. But it's nice that they had that, that little thing up their sleeve just in case things got hairy. It will not. NIP are clean shaven and they're coming in with guns and AWP full rifles as well. No kits for the retake is the big danger. They're going to try and forget about that by getting aggressive, trying to find kills early, putting the pain down on ramp, trading 2 for 1. It's going to be Hampus to fall for NIP, and well, they get out against 3. Borup stuck in the palace is going to get smoked off. And that bomb is going into the B apps here for Heroic, but because of the advantage from NIP, they don't feel a need to rotate heavy. They don't feel a need to leave this B bomb site, and so they'll be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, Nox just has to hold it and left click, but a little bit off the mark. That gets them to the next window. And another missed shot by Nock. Now they're out of the window, and it's Plopsky's job to just mop this one up. He's going to walk around the smoke here. Tessa's hoping he can get a kill, maybe a plant, maybe enough time for his second teammate to arrive. Nock, he's just posted on the back angle. He missed his chance at a kill, so now he's not afforded the peaks. He's got to hold again. You've got to forfeit the chance of Borup crossing yet once more. And that flashbang is perfect. Gets him off of the angle, gets a little bit of damage. Suddenly Heroic, it goes from just looking to survive to in a favored position on site. CTs may try to disrupt this before the bomb is planted, but now it is a full-fledged retake, and they're still trying to pressure back market with flashes. Borup, he's lost his teammate, but he's got another frag. That's twist down from Cat. It's an all-in retake from Market, and Rez hits the headshot. So the Ninjas, they're right back into it. And this time with the upgraded weapons, it was very patient, Hugo. Nox dropped a couple of shots, but really not the end of the day.
Yeah, right. It could have gone a lot worse, right? If Borup wins that round, you're going to be sitting there wishing, you know, Nork wishing he hit those shots. Obviously, by design, though, Cadian jiggling the angle, forcing a couple of bait shots out of the AWP. Very good work from him. It at least gets Heroic on the site, right? In that essentially 2-on-2 in B, you know, with Plopsky finding the first, there's a world where Heroic just get swept and don't even make money, but they got a bomb plant, so it's going to actually make this force pretty decent in the 5th round. Obviously, they lose after winning their first, so they come right back in with guns. This is to be expected. 3 AKs and 2 SMGs. Screams like a fast B play to me. They're looking like they want to go for it. And it's going to be Cadian lurking mid, up Cat, causing a distraction and trying to keep players there. It's done a good job. There's no B site player. There's only North push short. And so Heroic, they can dive out apps for free. They've spotted the one player in B. You see Borup's looking for someone else. He's confused. It all seems too good to be true, but Heroic have got the chance.
Nox got that move towards mid. Cadian not letting him retreat here. There's the second peek, though. Hampus keeps the man advantage, and Twist is completely smoked off. Tess Mac 10 versus the Op in close proximity. If he just barrels through this, then maybe he gets a frag here. They have got 2 flashes on him, but he just sits inside it. So Twist, he hones in. Nico trades that. Then it's over towards Cat. Then Hampus drops. So 1v2. Stound. Not much health now, but the bomb's pretty quickly ticking, and he's cut it down to the 1 versus 1. Plopsky with the health advantage nails the final frag, and that's the Ninjas with a 4th.
Yeah, sick Molotov as well for Plopsky, right? That was perfect. Stound was 20 health. He can't hang around. Stound does it perfectly just to take that one-on-one, isolating the fight. Apartments is so good for the post plant because you can just tuck in that little corner next to the window, and there's literally no way to get a player out of that position if they're playing the bomb. If it's planted for them, there's nothing you can do but jump up on the car and take that fight, which obviously wastes a lot of time. But that molly from Plopsky, it pushes down onto the balk, it forces the one-on-one, and like you said, more health for Plopsky. He's going to win that battle. He was ready for it. So NIP, they get another retake under lock and key, and Heroic, a little bit broken here. Nico's gone right for a gun, so they are keen to buy. And with that coming down to a one-on-one, it makes a lot of sense, right? NIP's money, it's good for now. They've got a double AWP, don't get me wrong, but just 1 round loss away from being on eco or a force buy. So Heroic, they just want to keep pushing the issue. On a map like Mirage, you can afford to do so. The utility, you don't need a huge amount if you're just going for these fast burst plays that Heroic have been all over so far. And they seem to be trading pretty well and just losing in the clutches. So a lot of very close rounds here for Heroic. Maybe they can convert one on the ace side.
Yeah. Luckily that round loss is starting to stack up as well, so it's going to be easier to keep getting these close rounds, and maybe they'll follow through with it. But this is the quick 2 kills from Twist and Rez. Stound's got a bit of a trade, and Rez in a bit of a pickle. Still, he will drop that bomb carrier. Twist takes to the top of the ticket, attempts to take a T down, but nobody there, really. Cadian haphazardly jumping around towards ramp. That's his exit call. That's his retreat confirmed here. But Plopsky, he's going to double back through underpass already. He's going to cut off that potential B play. So another moment here, Hugo, where Heroic are on the back foot. Hopefully they don't lose balance and fall over. You'll have to help them get back up.
Yeah, well, this is a lost round through and through, but they should be able to get a bomb plant. Look at this. They send down to fake B, but unfortunately for, this T side is Plopsky's aggressive position has cleared out apartments. So for a second, Nork was giving up A site and playing spawn, but now because they've cleared B and they want to deny a plant, he's actually holding the palace. So that's very unfortunate. If Cadian went any earlier there, he would have been able to get a plant, and that's really all Heroic could have mustered. It would have, again, probably convinced them to buy. So you could argue it's a good thing that they didn't get the plant in that sense, right? I think an eco is about time here for Heroic. I've had a lot of buys with 3 rifles and 2 pistols or 2 SMGs that haven't worked out. It's time to arm everyone. It's time to get guns for this full roster, and to do that, they'll have to eco first.
4 Desert Eagles, huh? I'm down with that. Let's see what happens. Empus, he's in danger. Bora just rails him between the eyes. Suddenly, the CTs, they have to realize that, there's a chance here. Gonna have to play it cautious. And speaking of caution, this B setup, it's just knock on the window. But last time when we saw him kind of be the key to the CTs, he was pushed and had a teammate in the bomb site. Not the case. So if he drops those shots again, they're gonna get away with a bomb plant. But as I say that, here comes Plopsky. Yeah. The solution for NIP.
Yeah, NIP's timings have been great, right? Obviously, nothing that they're doing purposely, or at least knowingly. But every time Heroic have gained good position or tried to throw caution to the wind and maybe give misinformation to NIP, they've actually just knowingly or unknowingly gained all the knowledge required or stacked the right site. Now, Heroic, they're trying to throw a bit of an A fake and might draw Plopsky's rotation. 2 players have been spotted. Nork is gone. Plopsky is still here, but he's pushed to the back of the site. He's about to realize this is a commitment, and here come NIP right back. They're going to abandon A. They're going to leave these 2 lurkers and try and deal with the bomb. That's a great call, and Cadian flying through the air will get picked out. I don't think he was ready for CTs to be here so quickly, but Plopsky's info has gained a lot. However, Stoun's Deegs respond with 3, and suddenly it's Twist on the hot seat. He's got a clutch ahead of him, maybe winnable, but he's pulled his knife out and he's not going to check the corner. Nico shuts it down. Oh my, that's a mess. But Stoun, he is a genius.
Oh, what a little heartthrob. My man, just digging him down on the B site. That one made me skip a beat, Hugo. That's the kind of individual play that's individual play that's just gonna make that magic happen. So heroic. We've seen them close to the bomb plants. We've seen them in the mid rounds have those nitty gritty 1v1s, and this time it wasn't looking likely. So I had said that they'd been constantly on the back foot and that they may fall over, but they just fell right into where they needed to be with Stoun on that 3K. So huge one for him. He just smothers the ninjas. He's a small guy, but I guess he's big enough to just suffocate them there on that B site. A dirty deagle gets them their 2nd round. And it's the money that's good for them. In the face of the ninjas, look at the contrast between these 2 buys. Yeah. Oh, this is huge. That 1 3K from Stoun changes a lot. That we have to put a pin in it, and we will revisit it once we see how the following rounds unroll.
Yeah, it's the damage that Heroic got off those constant force buys, right, finally coming to pay off. You just have to win a round to break the money of NIP, and that's what they've done. So AWP, 2 of them here for the T side. Rez is going to back out of Palace. He has taken an advantage and an AK, but you might want to give that to someone with a little more health. Actually, I say that, Rez, he is a quick guy with this gun, so as long as he's playing a headshot angle like such, he should be fine. This is going to end A here for Heroic, coming in through connector. I don't know how much of my mic it's picking up, but I've got a torrential rainstorm right now just hit my house, and it's so loud.
Bunker down, man.
Yeah.
Tornado warning?
I'm wearing a raincoat. I've got my umbrella up inside just in case it starts raining.
Yeah, well, it's about to rain teas into this A site. They're going to go ahead and clear the underbalk first and foremost, so that helps them somewhat. And it's Stoun again. Going to need a 3K, and he just dodges Twist top shot. Go for that bomb point, get the money in. Stoun versus Knock and Twist. One deadly Dane, and he's able to cross back. He's got a little bit of footing towards Tetris. Clearly doesn't know that both the CTs are ahead of him. So that's going to be weighing on him in the back of his mind at all times in this 1v2. He just crouches beneath Nock's line of sight. Now he can cut off Twist. If Twist peeks around this, it's at least the separate 1v1s, but oh, Twist. He's going to find it. Nice flashbang, nice kill, and a nice 6th one for the Ninjas.
Yeah, I was wondering if Twist meant to buy armor there, or because he bought a grenade and that left him with $600, but maybe he could have been saving for the orb later on. But yeah, that was a little scary at the start of the round when he was the only guy who didn't really force, left in the 2-on-1, but boy does he close it. Nice little flash, and Stow can't see a thing, so no clutches today, at least not yet. 6-2, NIP in control. But yeah, I mean, I say that only just about, right? Like getting another responsive round, finding their force by victory as much as Heroic did on that B bomb site. And now look at the reward, double orb, triple rifle. I feel like this is the best buy we've seen yet as well, around number 9, because we've had a lot of low economy for both teams, and especially bonus for NIP. Nice shot. Cadian caught down lower. That's the T-Orb removed. And obviously lots of players that can use it here for Heroics. Down one himself is going to grab it and get out of there alive. So early advantage for NIP. Utility going over A. There's only 2 players here. They don't want to commit to the bomb yet.
Everyone for Heroic moving over. So Rez keeping his head on a swivel here. Smokes begin to fade. Questions being asked now for the CT side. Still nothing in middle. Silence. Smoke grenades up and over. Flashbangs follow suit. It's 2 Ts inside of the palace. Down. Damage. Rez, he is on one. Just so much ADR at the moment. And Twist. He's got himself an op frag, honing in on Tessez as Stown tries to cross on over. Ooh, nicely done. Oh, that's awkward.
Nicely done. Oh my. The old team. I think Nork hit that flick shot as well onto Tessez in Palace, and then he killed his teammate, like panic shot. That's something that is going to slip past me. That's a crazy round, and not one that Heroic are going to be all too happy about. Connor, this is a classic. This is a go-to on an eco. Look at the buy. Heroic are going to smoke top mid. They're going to quad nade window. So whoever's playing window, good luck, buddy. You're about to receive a bit of a beating.
Ooh, they're going to go ahead and throw him. And that's kind of uneventful. Twist, he's going to go back, re-peeking into mid. All 4 Ts at the basic connector, flashing him down, but Tessez finds a head. Happus, he's looking, yeah?
Sorry, yeah, Nork jumped cat there, you know, in the 2 window. He jumped cat, so maybe he got the info and he called that to Twist, because Twist immediately backed up and like walked back to jungle. So Nork must have called like 4 out mid, like get out of there, man. Like they're nading you, get out of there. So I didn't actually see, but he did make the cat jump. And when you're on top of the railing, you can see above the top mid smoke. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Ooh, Nico, he got spotted. Oh dear, that's unfortunate. 2 players left here for Heroic. This one looks done.
I think that's another instance of like just timing here. Ninjas, when I say timing, it's like they're being so proactive in some of these mid-round moments. Think back, if you guys can, if everyone can remember, back to when I was trying to paint that picture of maybe Nock missing some op shots and then Plopsky just magically appeared in the B window exactly when he was needed. This is another instance of that. Plopsky coming up into the ladder, just seeing the leg of the player who had slipped through window. It's like NIP are very aware of what's going on in the server right now. You're not seeing the CTs get caught off guard. Even the players that are in those high pressure situations, the pressure's alleviated somewhat because they seem to be reading into Heroic.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't think anything's made easy for these Ts. Every time they're hitting a bomb site, it's being stacked, or at least a little bit more so defended with a closer rotation right before they come into it. They're not over-rotating when we had that really cool 2-2 A-B split between Heroic. Remember, they just anchored on B and immediately called the players back. They abandoned A site before they even saw the bomb because they just seem hyper-aware. And that's the type of NIP that scares me. That's the type of NIP that have gotten themselves to kind of being that tier 1 contender. Now, they've had some struggles with closing. They've had some struggles in the high pressure games, but this one versus another challenger tier team, This is going great for the Ninjas, but as I continue to try and paint this picture, let's just counter everything I'm saying. Heroic, what the heck? They just come out of nowhere. They've got kills all over the damn map, Hugo Byron, and just scratch everything I said.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can't win them all, Connor. That's the thing you have to remember, right? You can't win them all, and this is one of them. Hampus, and maybe he can give it a 1, but quickly traded by Borup on the by Nico on the site. And yeah, no, I agree with you, Connor. I think a huge key point of this NIP success, not just in this game, but as of recent, is threat, right? We've had in this online time, I guess you could say, the coach ability to calm. Again, we've gone back on ourselves. I think is a good thing, of course. And threat, like, you know, while NIP are very much focusing on themselves, threat's going to be able to go, you know, this is Heroic's economy. This is probably what they're going to do. Watch out for this. And yeah, for sure, NIP have had perfect reads. They've you know, rotated when they need to, and I think a lot of that is going to be the threat, as well as Hampus obviously calling for this team. But Heroic, so they're going to try and catch NIP off guard with a fast B play. There's 2 players here, already one gone, one at the back of the site, and Rez is spamming from the market. He's done good damage. Nork will clean it up, and even the flash assist from Rez, team player, not just the fragger. And Cadian and Nico left alone. They're gone too. NIP, don't go B, because their hold is excellent on this site right now.
Yes, sir. That's another one in. So no consecutive round wins for Heroic. 3 sporadic T victories throughout those first 12. Now, they have a chance to close this 9-6. And the last thing I'll say about you know, the threat and Hampus combination and the fact that threat can help call right now is think about how good that is for somebody who's walking in and trying to take over the responsibility of IGL. This is such a good time to just shape Hampus. So seeing the success now, imagine what he may be capable of when we get back to the lands. But let's talk Counter-Strike, because Heroic, they've got guns. All right, they've got lots of guns, and they've proven to us that out of nowhere, they can pick up kills and just unravel rounds very fast. That's the one thing I took away from when they won a couple of rounds ago, is that once the first kill came in, all of the other ones also were picked apart. So I feel like it's if you can pull one piece off of these NIP setups, Heroic can follow through. They're going to again attempt the B site. It did not go well just one round ago, but Stown has made a difference in rounds before. Plopsky, he is stranded back on Ben. He's got vision over the smoke, and the nade from Hampus just destroys these T's. Borup, he may be over on Arch, but he doesn't have the bomb. He doesn't have any teammates, and he doesn't have much of a chance.
Oh, Plopsky, man, he's so good. I feel like he often gets overlooked, you know, especially considering how young he is, 18 years old, and he's like honestly just like a tier 1 player. I don't think many people can doubt that. He has been the hero behind NIP for some time, and yeah, we always see him show up in the games that matter here for this roster. On LAN, online, doesn't matter. He's 15-7 right now, and NIP 10-3 up on the CT side. Splendid stuff. Heroic, they've had to buy here. They want something in this T side. They don't want to get 12-3'd, so they're playing for the 5-round half, but he's left them with 3 Galils here. Yeah, I'd like to see them go back to mid. I'm not surprised why they're not, because there's double AWPs in play, but they've tried BXX, they've tried AXX. Neither of them will work too well. They're going to go back to B fast. This time, only Plopsky here. He's going to have to put up another stellar defense. Good damage. Player on the car. He's caught him, but the trade is in. He's done at least something. Nork can come in to clean up the pieces. Second shot to Borup. Heroic down a man. They can plant. NIP will allow it and set up for the retake.
Heroic's post plants Nico back apps. That's a great place to be as Rez. He just got his gun out. Ooh, I think they may have seen each other. Rez, he is right beneath it. Nico, he's taken down to 17 HP, and through the wood. That's awesome. Now Nico, he's going to double back closer to the bomb site, because the rest of these ninjas, they can no longer rely on a flank. They've got to just stronghold their way out of this one, and it's a shutdown. Tess and Cadian just goes ahead and stops it. So there you have it, folks. A 4th for Heroic. Hugo, we said don't go B because the held seems so strong. Yeah. But that is Stown breaking through, and a successful trade train with a crucial kill there on the flank, I'd argue, from Nico.
Again, remember that was only Plopsky on B, right? As good as he's been, he gets his first fight, he gets damage. His second fight, he gets a kill. Then he gets traded. Unfortunate. NIP, I guess, weren't expecting back-to-back B rushes, especially considering how well they've gone for them. But yeah, Heroic, that's perfect. They catch NIP with their pants down. They catch them on the wrong side of the map, and that late lurk from Nico is excellent too. So 4, and maybe a 5th here. We've seen NIP win more with less. Double Orb is still here. Glass on Nork, Hampus on a B, and a Kit on Popsky with this. So everything is still here for NIP. Enough to win this round. Heroic obviously better armed, and this 5-round half is looking more attainable than ever. They're going to try and crunch in mid this round. 2 coming from under, 2 at the top side, and a man in Palace. So we might see this end on the A site yet again. Nico is extremely passive. He doesn't want to give away his position towards A yet to signal where this hit may be ending up for NIP. And you can see because of that, NIP, the most standard default we've seen all game, right? 2A, 2B, 1 in the window. Like NIP have been moving around a lot. They've been pushing off a spawn. They've been taking mid from cat jumps. So to see a more standard default setup in the last round of the half makes sense given how that round just went on B for Heroic.
Popsky takes just a second to look for the heads. Ooh, nice flash, Rez.
Oh.
He is primed to take them down. A 3rd kill as he gets pushed through that jungle smoke. Excellently done. And grenade to close out the half, folks.
Yeah, that was a great half for NIP. Heroic, man, like I love this team. I've always been a fan of Danish CS, and especially these players, watching them like grind their way up. Look at dudes like Borup, for example, like coming through tricks, like so many players did in their past. I mean, even others here as well. But yeah, NIP, they seem like a Goliath right now, Connor. I don't think any slingshots are going to be taking them out anytime soon. Like this team is getting better and better each day. So 11-4, T-side of Mirage. Recall this is Heroic's map pick as well, right? Like the map pool for this series is excellent because we have Vertigo up next, which is again a map that both these teams play. Dust 2 is NIP's Instaban, and that's the 3rd map for the series. That's where things get dangerous for NIP, so they really want to take a 2-0 here to avoid any chance of an upset.
Yes, they do. All things reign true. So we've got the good halves in chat. We've got the good lucks. Actually, there are no good lucks.
Yeah, you don't drop good lucks. You offer. You say have fun, but you don't offer good lucks, Connor. Because why would you want your opponent to have any luck?
I guess maybe I'm too nice a guy. Do you say good? Do you say good game at the end of retakes? Do you say good games at the end of death matches?
No. Every match I'll drop a GG. Or a GG easy if they were talking shit.
Ooh.
Yeah. You talk smack and you lose, you get a GG easy. That's suck it up.
Chew on that one. That was a very intense half, Hugo. I'm not gonna lie. We had really good Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
It didn't give me much of a chance to kind of pick your brain. This is your last day here on the B stream with me.
I know. Yeah, I'm going straight to the A stream after this. I'm actually I'm going to the top tier. Sorry, Connor. I'll say your well wishes when I'm up there. I'll think about it.
Gonna pull away in your Lamborghini.
Got my Lamborghini here in my garage. Sorry, I wasn't dropping you though. It is my last day, and Connor, actually, I want to say something. I want to take the wheel because I appreciate you. You've really worked hard here. You've had pretty much every commentator in the world on this stream at some point or another, and you've really made me feel welcome. So thanks for having me, man.
No problem. I run a tight ship.
Yeah.
And that explains why you're in chains. So just you hang on now, okay? Because we've got that second pistol coming in quick. Woo, down. Headshot instantaneous. Knock and twist. He's going to bring it back with a trio of frags here for Ninjas. I like that. I like that a lot. Ooh.
Yo. Okay, so that setup out of pistol, we didn't talk about it, but it was really quick. That's why. Heroic, they had 3B on a stack, and they had a double mid. They left A. They gave it up completely. They knew what NIP were doing, and sometimes kind of knowledge is not enough. Because NIP, they run into essentially like a 5-man stack because of how fast those mid rotates were, and they barely lose a player.
Shocking. This is not what I expected. I was hoping maybe Heroic would give us a little bit of a CT side to talk about, but this is the reality we are currently hanging on to. Ninjas, unless they get force by brought down in this round, there are going to be very minimal attempts at full-fledged gun rounds for Heroic. So let's see if Cadian can put that scoop to work. A misses the first shot. A couple of smokes go through it. CT is very fast to rotate. So what this tells me is they just want to react. They just want to respond. They just want to put as many numbers as they can in one position and try to lock that down. But because the ninjas hesitate, because it's a bit of a pump fake, we actually get Heroic going back for map control elsewhere. Now, do they respond fast a second time? Because I think ninjas commit to this.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. I imagine this is all by design for NIP. Like, the amount of util they threw early really did make it look like a full execute. And we had 5 jungle players for Heroic, but yeah, the slowdown, this is often comes through when you want to hit B late, but NIP, they're trying to double fake their opponents. They're trying to play those mind games. They're in your brains, rent-free. Borup with a quick kill. Oh no, the Deagles, they're doing the dirty. There's no CT smoke available. NIP used a lot of their utility early, and that's left them lacking and lusting for kills. Heroic won't give them a fight. 30 seconds, another D. It just gets worse and worse. Double CT beatdown for Twist, and he's now all that stands here, needing an ace. One tap, bomb drop, 20 seconds. The flank isn't needed. It's Nico to clean it up from top of the stairs. Oh, that got scary. That got hairy, but it will be Heroics after all.
There we go. There's that forced by victory. And again, because they just respond quick, they had so many players in position when the T's were on that site. But I'm going to give props to Nip in there. How many fake bomb plants? 2, 3, maybe even 4 attempts to just get those CTs to finally peak. And while it's Heroic's patience of not giving the shot up to the AK-47, you saw one of these ninjas just kind of struggling with the MAC-10 to get that longer range headshot. The inaccuracy and the chaos of the moment kind of gets the best of them. So nicely done by Heroic. They just squeeze and juice them. Ninja juice. But Nico, he's just going to try to pull apart the mid setup. It is ninjas back in with deagles of their own. They don't have a scout though. They are really at a disadvantage here in the distance. Plopsky close to the B, but not meant to be. It's down, takes his head off, and all that's left is 2 ninjas creeping through apartments.
What has been nice to watch in this game is how mobile both CT sides have been. When you get like 2 really good teams on Mirage that know their opponents, this is pretty common. Heroic are just, as NIP were, like just moving as pairs all over the map constantly. This obviously leaves sites empty and unstacked at times, but at other times it leaves sites fully stacked. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. And right now it's only winning for Heroic. Nork needs a Deag, and he's got it, but that's not going to get him a plant by any means. He's running away. Right now, his teammate's being flanked as well for a knife kill. You'll notice Cadian is really, really gunning for this one. Oh, dear. He might want to take this kill soon because he's getting flanked as well. There it is. SMG out. Close the round. Oh, no, he's going to get D'd. It's not all pretty here in top mid, but there's a trade, and that's Heroic's round. I like that from Cadian. Now, he full flanked for like 20 seconds to get that kill. He had the drop on that mid player forever.
Oh, my heart's beating really fast because just when he finally gets close enough to pull out the knife, of course, that's when he starts walking forward, but close enough to get the kill.
For reference, those are actual noises Connor makes when he's clutching. Hear that pretty commonly.
I need sound. That's you. Here's Nico in the mid window, dropping bodies and bombs on Plopsky. 50 damage off of the frag grenade. There's the headshot to close. It's not a headshot. I lied.
Wow. I can never trust you again.
You should have never trusted me to begin with.
The old switcheroo. Well, that's what Heroic are trying to do. They're trying to pull the full comeback here after a 11-4 first half with a pistol for NIP. Remember that. This was 12-4. Heroic 3 in a row off the 4 spy, and they're continuing to build into this game. The rifle round for NIP, another chance to shut it down before it gets dangerous, but we are certainly getting closer here. Nades towards the ramp wall, beat down Rez. NIP with 3 in the bomb. Gonna go faster in middle. Lots of damage from Nico's spray. He sees nothing. He has no idea, but he's done like 120 damage before this round's even begun. NIP with this fast split, gonna be moving into A soon.
Catwalk's open, so Connector doesn't have to worry about that. What they need to worry about is somehow smashing through this heavy stack. 1 in jungle, 1 in sandwich, 1 back on ticket booth. And Hampus gets the first one. They've got Borup confirmed. He's tapping so close to the head, but here comes Nico and Tessas. with a double. Stops the bomb carrier. All that's left is this last man. Grenade almost gets him. Borup, insta headshot. Heroic with an 8th. This is hype. This is dope. This is Heroic with 4 in a row.
Slam Poetry now entering the stage. Yeah, I mean, this is a game where the scoreline doesn't tell the full story. Like, for sure, NIP dominated that first half, but in the same vein, like, what's going to stop Heroic from doing it? Right now, all the rifle rounds have gone the way of Heroic. Every round but the pistol. So, yeah, this is a great CT side. NIP still working out how they want to approach us, how they want to attack this, and they're going to need an idea by the next round. Only pistols in this one. Back to B they go. Not with 5. Fanning out. And they're actually coming under. Whoa, dude.
Insta headshot from Borup. Okay. Ninjas, hitting a bit of a wall here on this T side, huh? Wasn't not so easy as the first half. It was all rainbows and sunshine and Swedish goodies like salted licorice.
Surströmming.
Yeah. Ew. Yeah. That's just gross. Nico, that's nasty. He goes for the mid peek. He drops the molly on Plobsky. Last round, it was the frag grenade. This time, it's the fire. Plobsky, he is just, takes some pretty extreme showers, this guy.
Oh, yeah? You got any more info about that?
Nope. Absolutely not.
Ooh, Rez. He's raining down death from above, Connor. The top middle, the tippity top, and he's peeking right now. 2 kills on that middle area. He's going to go back towards A. Borup's pushed ramp, and so this is surely a lock-in if Rez runs, because everything will get heard. And he's probably... Oh, did he get hurt? Did he? Does Borup know? I don't think so. Rez, he might have just started sneaking at the right time because he has snuck through the palace. Now, obviously, this is not a position he's going to expect from Borup. It's not a default one by any means. And so after getting the plant, it's likely he loses the round. But if he just goes for a stick here, he's going to get that. And he's going to make that money for his team. So quick drop, gets heard. Borup is moving through. The Molotov is good. Rez with the plant. He's going to be able to swing. But Borup has got the drop on him. That's a good round for Borup. Definitely a world where Rez hits that immediate deeg and suddenly has a one-on-one. But not the world we live in. Heroic with a retake, and that eco gets swept under the rug.
Poor Rez. You know, think about the way his heart is trying to keep it nice and slow. He's trying to keep it calm, trying to break through in the 1v2. They don't know I'm here. He gets his bomb plant, but the moment he's about to come back up with a deagle in his hand, knowing that the CT could be close, he's already engulfed in flames, and Borup just instantaneous headshots. So that clutch attempt goes from 100 to 0 in about a millisecond. And the lead has slowly been dispatched of. 5 in a row for Heroic. This was 12-4 once upon a time. And that is no longer the case. Double op setup between Stown and Cadian. He's going to go down to the other underpass with Hampus. And there's heavy presence. Oh, through smoke. Unfair. Unfair start to the round here. Another kill comes in as Tesses gets the headshot. So this CT side shows absolutely no signs of slowing down. In fact, it's getting more and more aggressive. They're going for these mid-fights, they're taking the early engagements, and they're not letting NIP set up their system. That's what NIP had on the CT side, the system that Heroic couldn't seem to break through more than one round in a row. But this, well, this is a little bit looser. This is a little bit more wild, and I think Heroic, they've let their hair out, man. They're feeling good. Yeah. Just flying all around the map, taking a bunch of kills. Maybe it's the A site that ninjas can get into.
Oh, are you sure about that? There's 4 here. Oh, Nico walks through the smoke to his death. Tries to cross to the stairs. Now Cadian is aware, but there's still a man close to the balcony. Rez has to clear that one as he joins Nork on the ramp side. Borup hiding under. There's a kill for free. Tessus drops the mid-lurk, and now it is all on the bomb. They know where it is. Flash is good. Rez is dead, and there's no redemption here for NIP. Heroic find double digits. This double orb continues. It's not even been noticed, and everyone's fragging here. Nico's at almost 20 kills. He's top of the server. Yeah, it's boding well. Popsky's gotten a bit quiet. Like, obviously not, not that his fault necessarily. It's been a lot of hard rounds for NIP, but they were relying on him with those multi-kills in the first half. And, well, right now, Heroic are just coming up with an answer to everything. 4 on the A site that round. It does get dicey. It does get close, but they still trade their way to a win. Oh, no, Cadian. That's another round.
He's going to do it again. Oh, he gets a second. Even able to escape. How about a third one? no. Blobsky, he's still got a dream in this one. 2 versus 5 for the Ninjas. Both of their players on 100 health, and each of them with 1 kill so far. Blobsky, if he didn't get damaged in that engagement, then maybe I give him a bit more stock for the clutch attempt, but not gonna happen. Heroic, they have chewed away at this lead. They have chewed through the leather straps that were holding Ninja's pants up.
Ooh.
I believe we call those suspenders, and suspenseful is this pause.
Yeah, I mean, NIP, I'd love to know what the hell's going on in the TeamSpeak right now. They can't be feeling good. Nothing they've tried has worked. Heroic have quickly dealt with pretty much everything we've seen from NIP. They might just have to go back to what worked for Heroic when they couldn't win rounds, which is just like abuse that B site until it worked. It took like 3 rushes in a row, but they finally picked up 1. And at this point, NIP, they just need to break the mold. They just need to get around because, Heroic have taken 7 in a row rather. So, yeah, it's dire. NIP, more pistols. We've seen enough of these rounds and not really been close other than a couple of D shots from Rez. He doesn't even have that gun in this round. So NIP back to A with some smokes. Hampers spotted in middle, but 4 outside of the A site. And Hampers is going fast. I like this pace, but he is on his own.
He's about to get softened up. Loses 1/3 of his health. He's just going to float around here at the bottom of mid. Tries to get through the window. And Cadian not having any of that. 3 Deagles, 1 Tech 9. A little bit of utility here to deploy in an attempt to plant the bomb. Maybe they just go ahead and, go plant behind that triple stack. Now, Nico could have peeked over top of the smoke, but it's Rez to take his head. And we have an even 4v4 situation in the post plant. If only Ninjas also had full armor, a stack of grenades, 2 snipers, and 2 M4s, then it would truly be even. But it doesn't need to be. Knock, with just the Desert Eagle, gets 2 of the kills to cut this down to now a single-man advantage. Plobsky, he's pinned in behind the balcony. Tess working closer, slowly but surely, smoking off that bomb. Cadian's been spotted, a headshot connects, and it's Rez to get him dead. No way. Ninjas, this is the round they break through? You're telling me we had 7 CT rounds in a row for that to be the solution?
Yeah, just eco them, lol. Easy as that. NIP, they'll take it, man. They'll take it. Yeah,
Easy.
nothing they can rely on though. That's the issue. It's not something they can go back to. Yeah, let's just do that again, guys. Just kill everyone. I mean, great round, but let's hope they don't get reset for their own sake. Getting out with 2 alive on an eco round like that does give them a bit of money, but you can see they're not exactly rich like Heroic. Fast into mid is Cadian. He's pushed up and he's got to run through the Molotov to get out. Good escape. Nico's been spotted and he's going to get caught. Rez will not let him have the same fate as Cadian, falling back into the site. He's going to reroute towards B. NIP have full mid control. They can take the bomb wherever they want. Heroic is a good round to gamble. It seems like that's what they want to do. Borup is moving towards Spawn. He's moving into the AK of Hampers. He'll cut him off. Looked like they wanted to stack B potentially there. They had a man deep in the palace. That's down. He can still be a problem here for NIP, but Cadian's AWP is providing sustenance elsewhere. Pick into connector, and now everyone rotates A. Stown is still unknown.
Molly's about to burn itself out. Now he could try to strike one down, or wait to be a key piece of the retake. But Hoppus, he takes down Cadian. Stown, nobody's reacting. Nobody's reacting. It's like they didn't even know. They didn't seem to know that shot comes out of Stown inside of the palace. That's going to be a mistake that could cost them. Stown now still alive, and it is all on Knock. He is not inside of the ramp room, but rather in front of it. The bomb gets completely enveloped in smoke, and this is 2 CTs inside it. They could just go ahead and try to stick this down. He's creeping back around, and it's Tessez to take the kill.
It's the AWP shot. That's it. That's the round right there. The lack of realization from NIP. If anything, it gives them the plant, right? Because Twist doesn't realize he's being shot at, so he just sticks the bomb. I don't think he would have if he knew. But the issue is he gets off the bomb, he pulls his knife out, he runs to ramp, and of course he gets shot in the back because Stown hasn't moved a muscle. NIP realized too late. The player in the site that should and could have covered is forced out by a Molotov, and that leaves one man in the clutch in a clutch too hard. Nothing worse than when the bomb gets smoked and they're in a 2-on-1 against you. Even though Heroic aren't sticking it, rarely will they stick it. They could, and that's the danger. They could be one sticking, one covering, and so Norky has to peek there. And there's nothing he can do. 13-12. And Heroic, that's what I expected, really, an instant response. It was a great round from NIP to set up initially, but Heroic, they won't let it go down without a fight. NIP taking the advantage to start this one. It's Twist picking someone towards the B apartments, and it seems like that's where NIP want to end up. They're up Cat right now, but denied by Cadian's AWP. And now NIP just fanning out, spread across the map in a 4-on-4.
Plopsky caught in the no man's land. Hop is still flirting with the idea of bottom mid. 2 rounds ago, he got stuffed when he tried to jump up there. Last round, he was instrumental in dismantling the A bomb site, but now he's trying it yet again. He sees the barrel. That's information. Cadian, he peeks right into it. Could not have been easier for Hampus. And if he doesn't peek that B bomb site, then the second op's not going to find him. Whoa! Falls off the ledge. Now, we've got Borup on the bomb site. Don't sleep on him. They are getting dangerously close to him. And here's Knock. Traded out after Twist gets the op kill. Rez with a headshot, and that A site crumbles. There's a chance, though. Tessis back from CT spawn. Looking for the peek. He gets the one off site. Rez not able to trade out from Palace. That's 2 AKs still up versus this op. Does he want to save? He's got to contemplate it.
Oh, Hampus would have cut him off. He went for the window jump. He just missed it. I think he thinks Tessis is closer than he is, but Hampus could have cut this AWP off of rotation. Instead, Tessis can sneak back towards B with no repercussion. That's unfortunate, because that could have been a key exit for NIP. Instead, it's money saved and an AWP dragged into the follow-up. NIP are chasing late, but regardless, moving away from the bomb, taking a 14th, like that's what matters after all, right? They're not worried about the AWP more than they are concerned about the game, and taking a 14th round right at the end of regulation as well. After a 7-round comeback in a row from Heroic, NIP find 2.
And this is going to start dismantling one thing that Heroic have had in their back pocket since the beginning of their CT victories, that money. They have had money round after round. And now it's the double FAMAS, double op, a little short on grenades and a single kit, but so be it. It's the fact that they've bottomed out their bank accounts with 1 round of loss bonus, so if they lose this one, they've got nothing, barely anything to try and stop the Ninjas from getting that 16th. The T's slowly working their way into this half. 2 rounds in the last 3. Looking for the 3rd on 4. Rez, he's got the entry. He's got that quick headshot onto Tesses, costs him a bunch of his health, and Hampus, he's got 2 backs turned. Oh, they line up! Hampus just executes the only thing that was left at the B site, and just like that, snap of the fingers, it's Ninjas with a 15th round.
Oh, NIP, I mean, this team just gets so much better and better to watch every day. I love how they adapt to their problems, and going back to that B bomb site, Hampus, what a champ. Cutting down the 2 players on the catwalk. I can't believe they lined up as well. That's almost like comedic. That's meant to be for NIP. They cracked open the fortune cookie, and the B bomb site was right in the middle of it. Heroic saving 2 guns here. Desperate times call for desperate measures. They invested everything up against 14, and now they have to do the same to keep this game alive. This is Heroic's map pick with Vertigo up as a 2nd, and we know how good NIP are at that map. I'm so glad that Heroic play Vertigo, right? There would have been nothing worse than Heroic pouring their heart out to pull a comeback in this map, only to get stomped in the 2nd. I'm not expecting that. I expect a competitive game. Heroic can still bring this to 3. Hell, they can still win Mirage. They believe it, and they're going to take a timeout before they get into the most crucial round of the game yet.
Yeah, the halves weren't close, but the game has been in the end because Heroic had that resilience after winning the 17th round. Absolutely. That's now that you've put that in my mind, you know, I was and will still be focused on Mirage when this pause is over, but Vertigo between these 2 teams and the fact that we haven't seen them face off in quite some time, that's going to be good. This series is going to keep giving, regardless of 3 maps, regardless of who takes this. We've got at least 2 good maps of Counter-Strike. And now that the pause has come to a close, let's focus forward on what Heroic has to work with. We said that the money was low. Look at this. Double MP9, Deagle, USP. Oh, no, M4 on the ground there. All right, it's a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, we're really grabbing at positives here for Heroic, though. The AWP is going to have to do a lot here for Cadian. He's been countered by Twist round after round, man. Twist has been winning a lot of these head-to-head fights. Even though Cadian has had plenty of kills, it's definitely been in the favor of NIP more so than not. 4 on A, man. Look at the stack. Oh, Nico's flanking. Nico can win this round. He is behind the T's, but does he get misinformation? Does he clear ramp, or does he continue to wrap the spawn? It's a big question, and Nico, he's made the wrong decision. He can still find kills from this play. He can still find value, but what this will do is force Heroic to rotate to B in anticipation of the bomb going that way. That is not the case. Plopsky's holding the flank. He can flick back. Oh, it's a missed shot. Nico's got the kill. He is low, but now NIP know there are players behind them, and that might force their hand to push out on the A site into the AWP. It does.
Exactly what happens. Twist, he's able to answer with a leg shot, so Cadian, he's down to 17, but they still have that flank. Nico, he upgraded into Plopsky's AK. They had so little to work with, and they had the cojones to go for the palace push. Nico, at that fork in the road, does he flank ramp and confirm A is occupied? It could have gone either way when he decides to push past. He gets the duel versus Plopsky, and then, like you said, man, the trickling into the AWP. Oh, that is beautiful. But we do have this round still live. Hampus, he is deep on B, and Twist is trying to bring the bomb, but there's 2 CTs coming up on him, and he has the sniper of all things to try and stop it. There's the shot. He delayed it, and Stown, well, he gets that trade frag with the bomb in front. This is Heroic still giving on Mirage. This is not the end.
Not even in sight, not even near. And I think they know about Hampus as well. Cadian's holding for it. Hampus gets into B. Oh, very important he survives there, taking down Tesses as the time expires. He needed his gun for the bonus. It was not to be found. And NIP, they want to rebuy, and they can, and they will. So 15 to 13, 2 chances left to get this one over the line. If Heroic bring it to OT, NIP, that will be a wasted opportunity. They've got money, they've got time, and they've got to attack timeout before they get back into this gun round. Where do they go from here, though? Now they know that Heroic like to push, right? That could be something for NIP if they wanted to hold a default early and just take map control. Very easy to hold every area of the map on Mirage to start and then group and see if Heroic give you a kill. But obviously after Nico has already pushed Palace, it's not like he's going to go right back for that in the follow-up round. Nico, what a Heroic play. I've seen games where people will do what he did, flank Palace, but then all the T's will be ramp and they fully wrap spawn and they get misinfo. They like flank B or flank mid, see nothing, and then they lose the team the round because they go, guys, I've pushed Palace, they got to be B. No, Nico doesn't fall for it. He makes his team stay, he makes the AWP stay, and he even gets 2 kills in middle at the end. So yeah, great value. He's on 23 kills. He's actually top of the entire server despite Heroic losing currently, but they haven't lost. It's not over. 2 more chances for NIP. Heroic gunning for OT.
Yeah, man, you called out that setup so well. The fact that they walked right into the AWP as well. Hugo Byron, your big brain was on top of the play.
Hey, I have X-ray. You know, credit goes to the players. They're the ones making the decisions, Connor. I'm just saying what's happening.
That's true. What's happening? All you cool cats and kittens. Hampus doubles back, grabs that bomb. Ninjas spread across the map here. We've got that early underpass presence in Plopsky. 3 T's to the top of mid. We saw Cadian stop the A ramp play last round. This time, a far more passive angle. He is so safely tucked into the safety net of the windowsill. He just hopes that they walk up that catwalk. Molly's not going to disrupt him. Twist is holding in anticipation of any kind of a connector peek, and that now will be taken over by 3 T's. They are looking to just gut punch, just liver uppercut into the side of this A site. They're looking to take out their spleens. And Rez and Plopsky, well, they've got the first 2 clean. Nico answers with something, but Twist with the follow-up frag, and the A site is absolutely in question. Tesses trying to come through the murder hole. All the while, Stown with his op on CT spawn. The only man up is taken down. It's Twist to close map 1.
That was such a good game, man. I love watching the Swedes when they know what's on the line, when they're moving crazy, they're like hopping through smokes, they're just spinning. Yeah, that was entertaining. NIP, definitely a fun team to watch. Heroic, you got to give them props. They make that game interesting. They make that game competitive. It was their map pick, which is a sad fact, right? They do fall, but they're not done in the series at all. We've already talked about Vertigo. Last time these 2 teams played, albeit being slightly different rosters. I think one player different per side. Heroic were able to take NIP down on Vertigo. They're 16-9. So I don't think it's going to be as clean cut. NIP they started to look good on Vertigo at the start of 2020. That game was last year. So, there's not a lot to go off of there. The maps changed a lot then. The teams changed a lot then. And I still think NIP are going to 2-0 this series. Sure, it's their map pick, right? They've already looked good. But, Heroic have at least made this one competitive. And hey, I'm all for it. Good CS across the board. I love Danish-Swedish rivalries.
Yes. See you guys.
Yeah, sorry, I just kind of ran with that one.